Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Treasure Coast Healthcare Management Symposium. My name is Joe Vera, and today we're going to be talking about cybersecurity. Now, I know some of you are asking what exactly is cybersecurity? Who would it affect? Why is it needed for healthcare? And is there anything we can do to combat cyber attacks? That is all going to be covered today in the agenda. So starting with cybersecurity, so we're aware, I'm sure everyone has a pretty good idea of what security means and what cyber means. And this is exactly what you're thinking. We're trying to protect ourselves. So with that being said here, we're trying to protect ourselves from unauthorized access by criminal users. This will ensure that we, can keep confidentiality, integrity, and the availability of information where it needs to be in the right hands. As you can see here, it revolves around technology for our entire world. It's only going to continue to grow, and even consider the smartphone that's in your pocket right now with the amount of cyber information that is available to you at the moment. It would be a shame if it fell into the wrong hands. These are just some statistics to keep in mind here. 4 in 10 malware attacks result in confidential data leakage. So that's something to always keep in mind here. And the US is the most targeted malware country. Now, who does cybersecurity affect? Again, us being in the healthcare field, we want to protect what we have for us. We want to protect our patients. We want to protect our EHRs. In short, it's going to affect everybody. Everyone here, I'm sure, uses technology at some point in the modern world. We and our families, we like to indulge in online shopping. We like to browse the internet. It's also affect workforce networks that we think are secure. In 2022, over 5.4 billion global attacks are from malware, 72% of the cyber attacks are from ransomware, and 39% were from email phishing attempts. Now, why is it needed for healthcare? Why are we focusing on it here today at the symposium? The reason why is in the statistics. Anyone can get hacked, we all know that, but cyber attacks towards healthcare in particular have doubled since 2022. Protected health information includes, a variety of personal information such as social security numbers and financial information, and that can go for a lot on the dark web, even more than a credit card. In 2017, there was a huge ransomware attack known as WannaCry that attacked over 150 countries. This resulted in surgeries getting canceled, even deaths, litigations because of those deaths, and it costs, the healthcare affiliates with that over billions of dollars trying to fix that error. Here you can also see an issue here with healthcare leading the pack here in terms of ransomware. This is something where ransomware wants to hold your information hostage. They don't want that to be given to you until you pay the ransom. It's essentially a kidnapping, your data network. What can we do to combat cyber attacks? Again, some of these are going to come pretty second nature to anyone here who uses technology on a daily basis. You want to be aware of suspicious internet links. You want to keep up to date on your antivirus subscriptions, such as McAfee, and you want to avoid any untrusted domains while web browsing. Hopefully the antivirus, software in your computer will protect you from that. You want to, continue to stay focused because this culture will always evolve, and you want to make sure that when these things do happen, you are communicating that regularly. You have updates and you're taking the proper measures. So in short, in conclusion here, the cyber threats targeting healthcare will only continue to grow. They're going to continue to evolve around our current security measures. So we got to remain diligent, and timely communication is key to this strategy. So always make sure that you are, being vigilant in your positions and communicating this out to your teams. References here, as you will notice, these are pertaining towards, a variety of sources that will give you an insight as to what's going on in the world of cybersecurity and cyber threats in general. I highly recommend them if you'd like to go investigate, or even just type it into a Google search, see what's going on in the world of technology out there and how that can, pertain to you or a family member. Something to consider here is, even though you may be tech savvy, you may work with people or know someone who isn't exactly up on these things, and they may, take the bait. They may open, an email that you would never open in a million years that could affect the network. So, try to communicate, your best strategies. Thank you for attending the symposium. I'm going to open up the floor now for any questions. Looks like I got a couple in the chat here already. Let's see here. Looks like we got one from Rachel. She's asking, what is the difference between malware and ransomware? Well, Rachel, as far as malware and ransomware, they are almost identical. The only difference is that ransomware, as I mentioned earlier, will hold your data hostage. So they have to pay a ransom in order for that to be released. When I say they, I'm talking about the healthcare networks. Malware will tear down your computer. Anyone from my generation is familiar with LimeWire, which was, at the height of music downloading in the early 2000s, and that wrecked many a family computer. So great, instances of that would be Trojan horses, for example. Let's see. Arthur is asking, have I ever experienced any personal cyber attacks or have known anyone that has suffered from those? Yes, unfortunately. I've had my identity compromised through a place of employment where a computer was stolen. My social security information, of course, was on those data records. So yeah, it's something that I dealt with personally. And even recently as last week, I unfortunately was duped by an AI sweepstakes that was offering a limited edition Gibson Les Paul guitar, which, retails anywhere from $1,000 to up to $20,000. And the only thing I would have to pay was the shipping. I fell for it, reconsidered it, and managed to get the card canceled in time. I'm going to be receiving a new one soon, but even someone who specializes in presentations for cybersecurity and deals with this on a daily basis can even happen to me sometimes. Let's see. Melody is asking, do I have any tips on phishing scams? Well, yeah, don't enter any guitar sweepstakes where you just have to pay the shipping. So that's one. I think in short here, we all know if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. These emails are going to prey on people who just, skim through emails, they're not reading the thorough correspondence that's sent out. And they use fear-based tactics to throw you off your guard. They don't want you in the right clarity or composure when you do this. So you're going to see things like HR payroll error. And you're thinking like, oh man, that's from my company. I got to figure out what happened with my payroll. Or, something along those lines of your account has been compromised. So you're thinking like, my personal bank account is now in the hands of someone else. And that's basically what they're using to get their foot in the door. And possibly give you a link to type in your password and other protected information to get the access that they would need. But I just want to thank everyone here today for attending the symposium. Again, I'm Joe Vera. Thank you for listening to me talk about cybersecurity. Thank you.